This is the video review for Transformers Dark of the Moon Cyberverse Hatchet. I was very fortunate to find this guy today. He was off in a separate toy display than Target normally has. It was over near the music area. It seemed that Target was putting overload stock over there, which was weird because it wasn't like the normal pegs were overloaded, so no idea what's going on with that. So if you have a Target, you can't find what you need, you might go look in the music section, just see if there's something there. I was surprised when I found that mine. I don't know if that's just something mine's doing or if it's fairly widespread, but it's worth checking out. Anyway, this is Hatchet. He is a very nice, if somewhat super deformed, jet. I have no idea what model or make he's supposed to be. It almost looks like some kind of Russian jet, maybe a MiG. Honestly, I think it's just a made-up design. Very nice. For the most part, kibble-free, except for these missiles, which are removable, and the claws back here. He has working landing gear in the front. Well, retractable, it doesn't roll. And for the most part, it's very nice. However, I don't really like these missiles, so I typically don't use them when this guy's in jet mode. In part because they angle down a little bit, and they actually make it so that he doesn't sit on this, he hovers just above this, like that almost. So he also has landing gear back here that does not retract, and I like him sitting like that. And yeah, this is Hatchet in jet mode. It's really nice. Pretty sleek. Pretty cool. And the best of the Cyberverse Commander alt modes. So to transform this guy, it's pretty simple. You start out by splitting this up here. And there's a little tab in here. This is his head. And you have to get your finger around that tab. And it can be kind of difficult to get enough. There, I had to pull it by the chin. It can be difficult to get enough of a grip on it to get it to go forward. And then don't close this quite yet. Bend this down and fold this panel here up. And that will fill in the gap. And then fold this up and that will form his jet rocket color. Fold these out and down to where the legs are. They clip into the thighs here. Rotate the wings up. Legs down and around. Down and around. And then you'll come to the back, split apart this area behind the nose that forms the back of the cockpit. Make sure that his waist section here is bent down, and that will give you enough clearance to be able to pose these. And then just unfold his rear legs. And then his tail. You can do whatever you want with it. I typically leave it like that. And this is Hatchet in his robot mode. It's a very nice, I guess, cat robot mode. And I really like it. It's interesting looking. It's a fun transformation. And overall very satisfying. His posability is fairly extensive. His head can look down and up. His forearms go forward, back, out, and rotate above the elbow. And then he has an elbow joint right here that goes all the way up. And if you need to, I guess you could bend this out a little bit. Then he has a waist joint here. That's more for transformation, just to give these clearance. And these are on the ball joint, so they go forward, back, out, although this wing bit here will get in the way. And then these are hinged, his knees, and then his ankles can move. So, for his size, really an impressive amount of articulation. Oh yeah, and his tail will move in 3 places. Ooh, I just noticed something. The tail telescopes out. And that's pretty neat. I didn't see that. It's just, wait, there's a track there. Oh my god, it telescopes out. So yeah, that is pretty cool. I like how that telescopes out. So, the tail moves up and down here, although you'll move the waist with it. It's a fairly tight joint. It moves up and down here, and this moves up and down. So, no side-to-side movement, but pretty nice. As far as weapons, he has these again. He has sort of holes in his fist here, so he can kind of hold these, but no reason why, just holds them at the side. It gets us more just so that you can if you want to. And then these, what happens with them is if you fold the tip out, there's a little gun piece, and these will clip in above his shoulders. And it's in this mode that I think these guns are pretty neat. Fairly obnoxious in jet mode, but cool in robot mode. They give his, I guess it's more of a beast mode than robot mode, but it gives this mode quite a bit more bulk, makes it more threatening, and overall is a nice addition to it. And yeah, I quite like this figure. It's very fun, and not too many problems, although I do have 2 problems. One, if you move the ball joint, it moves a wing out like that. I wish the soft ratchet the wing were on were a bit tighter. It's not as much of a problem on this side, though still a problem. And it's pretty easy to not have a problem with if you hold it by the sides here, which is, for the most part, the most natural way to hold it. The other problem I have is, well, it's definitely a quality control issue. See, if you bend this down, the arm stays flush. If you bend this arm up and down, it stays together. But if you bend this one up, it splits apart there. And there's not much I can do about that, because it's not like I could put super glue there, because that would break the joint or make the problem worse. And it's not like I could really beef up these tabs here, because they're so tiny, and I don't think it would do much. So all I can do is grip it like this when moving it around, and hope that eventually the problem resolves itself by the plastic wearing in such a way that it fixes the problem. So there are some minor quality control issues on this figure, but really I think this is the best of the Cyberverse Commander figures, because it has great posability. It's really big for the Cyberverse Commanders, especially compared to Ironhide, who is just tiny. Has a great alt mode, a great transformation. It's just a great toy. I really like it. And those are my thoughts. Thank you for watching.